Well, you know what? They say the only thing that's typical in a botanist's life is dealing with plants on a daily basis. Now, often the form of bosses and co-workers, that doesn't exist there. Now, for local carnivores, botanist Peter Hewitt, he shares his labour of love this morning with us.
I never knew anything about plants. I was a personal trainer to start with. I didn't care anything about plants until I got into Venus flytraps, and now I grow all kinds of plants. I grow orchids, I grow anything. I love plants. My name is Peter Hewitt. I've been involved with carnivorous plants for about between 8 and 10 years. 10% of the work is probably trying to develop new plants. So I spend a certain amount of time trying to get new plants in. But most of the time is spent looking after the plants that we do already have. They all have specific needs, and you have to make sure that the needs are met on a daily basis. I've been a personal trainer most of my life. After I broke my back in a skydiving accident, I started working as a personal assistant for a restaurant chain. I had another mishap, unfortunately, while I was working, and I wasn't able to go back to work. So I started playing with some Venus flytraps. I bought 3 plants. I grew them out. I was fascinated with them. I managed to propagate them a little bit. Before I knew it, I was knee-deep in carnivorous plants. Micropropagation is a cloning technique, and the reason we do that is so that we can have uniformity amongst the plants. So I know exactly how the plants are going to grow, at what speed, and exactly what they're going to look like when they're adults. I don't know why I fell in love with Venus flytraps to start with. They still fascinate me. I still look at them with glee every day, like a little child. When I get new varieties, I get excited. Sometimes it can be quite difficult to sell them. I've got some very rare plants here. Some of them are very hard fought for. Some of them are waited years and years to get. And sometimes if I breed 2 very rare forms together and I have babies of them, they're kind of like my babies, and I don't want to sell them. My advice to anybody who wants to get into carnivorous plants is go for it. I've got very many vendors that come to me on a weekly basis. They buy plants and off they go and they sell plants to the markets, fairs, to their friends, to their family. This is a very viable business. The trick is, though, that you have to love it. These plants can bite you. If you don't love them, you won't know how to take care of them.